What's up? So, we're back. What are we working on today? Something new. But wait, you say, we just started working on like this super fast spider. Yes, we did. And then I got distracted again. Because, you know how it is. You get distracted sometimes. So, what I did in the meanwhile, I'll give you a look-see. Workspace number 1, cleaned off. I got some manila envelopes to stick patterns in because currently my organizational structure was stick them over there. That wasn't working out for me. So workbench number 1 is cleaned off. Workbench number 2 also cleaned off, mostly. I do have some more work to do, but mainly I'm focusing today on getting stuff cleaned off, and I thought while I'm taking a small break, I need to figure out, well, I'll tell you what instigated this thought process of mine was have a look-see. So here are all of the puppet projects that I currently have underway. I have a mini Sweetums. I have a little critter. I have the Beastie Bunnies. I have an eyeball for a gonzo that's in a bucket somewhere. I have a mongoose. I have a little baby jumping spider, and I have a big Mondo spider. And that's not including the 2 puppets I have inside that I'm working on sculptures for. So I was thinking to myself, what am I going to work on today? I don't know. How do I decide? I can't decide. So I'm going to start a new project today because I can't decide. What's my new project? I'm going to take this cake pan, cake board, and I'm going to make one of those little spinny things so I can spin and decide what I'm going to work on today. And if it's, helpful, it's helpful. And if it's not, it's not. But I got to get cleaned up. So I'm not building puppets today. So I figure I'd build something that I knew I could get done and build quickly. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's get to it.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
Being that I've never made one of these before, I'm going to have to kind of make it up as I go along. So I need a cake board, a spinny something turn. I need some little, doodads that go around to make the little ding, 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 ding. What else do I need? I need something for this to pivot on. In fact, this may be a little too flimsy. I think I'm going to use 2 of them. So it'll be a little beefier. And let's be fair, the number of times that I have to make a 12-inch cake or any kind of round cake is pretty minimal. So I think using 2 is going to be good. Now, I need something for it to turn on. It's going to turn in the middle. These have hookable things. So I need something that this will rotate on. That's about this size. About the size of my finger that these will spin on with pretty minimal friction. Alright, so hold that thought. I'm going to go look to see what that thing is that will fit in there. And we're back. Now I have found that this particular paintbrush has the right coefficient of friction and size to make a pretty good spinner. But I like this paintbrush, so I don't want to just like hack off the end of my paintbrush. Although I could, I'm not gonna do that. So I just need to figure out something that has that same diameter that I don't mind altering to make my spinny board. And while we're waiting, I have also, in the process of cleaning up, found my good glue gun. This one's made by Arrow. And I'm heating it up so that I can glue the two cake boards together. Bing. And then we'll, I don't know, we'll move on from there. Sounds like a good idea. All right, I'm gonna go find something that's this big. Let's find out how big this big is first. This big is approximately, what do we say? About 14 millimeters. I'm gonna go look for something 14 millimeters. Pretty good, look what I found. Been used to strangely get rid of spider webs. Ew. Spider webs. I'm walking in the spider webs. Okay. I got rid of most of the spider webs. And does this work for the Yes. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And I'm guessing that over time, because this is made out of, you know, cardboard, it's going to wear down, so it's going to get better. It's only going to get better with time. All right, let's glue it together. Do I want to use hot glue? I don't think I want to use hot glue. I think I want to use contact cement. Why? Because hot glue is thick. It's big. And it's going to be lumpy. I don't want lumpy, so let's don't do lumpy. Back up to me, please. Thank you very kindly. I have to find a way to evenly divide this circle. And I like to do that with something I like to call math, geometry, because that's how these things work. Okay, so how do we figure out how to evenly divide a circle using geometry? I don't know off the top of my head, actually. I'm going to have to look it back up. I know there is a way, but I just need to refresh myself. Hold, please. Okay, so we talked about evenly dividing this circle into some number of pieces. So we're going to do that with geometry. And here's how we do that. First, we have to know how big this is, which is 12 inches. So we're going to set this compass to the radius, which is, first of all, I'm going to need a pen here. And yep, looks pretty good. All right. So let's see if we can get to the radius, which is 6 inches. There. Pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take and draw, firstly, like one horizon length. Looks pretty good. Now, what we need is a 90-degree angle to that. If I could only find my triangle. It was like right here. There it is. Okay, so set this on here. And we're going to draw a 90-degree angle. All right, so we now have 4 of our quadrants, right? I'm just going to double check that they all measure the same. I'm going to measure in millimeters because it's more accurate. It's 20. It's 216. 216. 216. Pretty good, pretty accurate. All right, so what we do, we've got 6 inches, right? Which is the radius. I'm gonna double check. This is 6. Yep, 6 inches. So, to divide this evenly into 12 sections, which I figured I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 puppets, 10. I have at least 10 puppets, so I'm just going to divide this into 12. So how you do this is you mark your 4 corners, and then you put your compass on one of those 4 corners. And then you get that spot and that spot. And you can come to this corner and get that spot and that spot. And you come to this corner and you get that spot and that spot. And finally you come to this corner and get that spot and that spot. And then I'm gonna use the black marker just because I want it to be in black. Alright, black marker. I got my pen. You know, this is too short. I'm gonna use the big one. So we go here and here. 1. All right. So, our next step is, while we were away and I was looking for a compass, I made this, which is 2 dowels of different diameter. This diameter fits the bottom, turns pretty freely. I just need to put something on here so it doesn't wobble. And hopefully not scrape. That's what they make these for. Snip. Now we're gonna looks a little small. Half inch was a little small. 5/8 is pretty perfect. And I'm not even sure that I can do this, but we're gonna give it a whirl. Here we go. On your mark, get set, drill a hole. We gotta be in close now. Haha. Done. Okay. So we put the wheel of flapper on. What is it called? The wheel? The wheel of indecision. That's a little too tight. Look at that. Wheel of indecision. Okay. So now, what we're going to do is, I have to put the posts on there. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. I have bamboo skewers, as many as I want. I just don't know if they're going to hold up to the spinning of the wheel of the something, and we'll see. Desperately afraid that I'm going to what I'm doing is I'm holding this on the thing and then I'm putting my hand over it like this so it doesn't fly off into oblivion, but at the same time I'm afraid that the pliers are gonna chop down on my hand while I'm doing that and slice my hand open, which will not be fun. Okay, I have the first 12 in place. And of course I'm going to test it now. Why would I wait till I'm done? That's stupid. So I load it on to its base and I add the washer. Well, it seems we're doing fine except for I need 2 spacers in the back. What it's doing is I ran the points through the back just a little bit because I thought that'd be safer, but now because I don't know, I had a spacer on the back, so in theory I was like, well, as long as they're not too far, it won't ever hit the support bracket, but apparently it will. So now I'm just going to put another spacer on the back. Look, so normally I think there's a longer distance that means that whatever is in here can be more rigid because it's longer so it can bend easier. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move this down a bit. Move this part down maybe another inch, inch and a half. Because you won't be able to see it. Who cares? That's what I'm going to do. Kind of like an inch and a half. Put my post back in. Where'd my screw go? There's my screw. Looks good. All right. I'll put these 2 washers in the back. Washer. Washer. Wheel. washer. Good. You know what? I bet if I put like a little bumper on the top and bottom, it will help a little bit. Because what's happening is I'm getting wobble on the top and the bottom. So I think I just need like little bumpers just right under here, little spacers. All right. So I have super glued this around my post. I'm going to leave it to dry. And I'm going to go inside and enjoy the wonderful weather. I know it sounded a lot like blah blah blah. It sounded a lot like I said I was going inside to enjoy the beautiful weather. And I am. And we're back with the Wheel of Indecision. I went ahead and I marked all of my puppets that are in process, and I added one extra one, like Stony. So Stony is like, I have these like food dog statues in the garden that I thought would make cool puppets. So I'm going to do that. But right now we're going to have the inaugural spin to see what we're going to work on tomorrow. I'm not going to cheat. I'm just going to spin it. And we got Sweetums. So tomorrow we'll work on Sweetums. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Three.
Sweetums. Bye. See you later.
4. Nice to be in orbit.